So this is my question for you.
Okay.
How do you cope with the stardom that Supernatural has brought you?
You know what? It's still at a point where the stardom that Supernatural, what it's brought me, has been more than just like you're a celebrity. I don't know why. It's been like people who see me, they're not like, I think he's famous, but I don't really know why. Like people who see me that recognize me know why they recognize me, and usually it's because they enjoy the show. And so it's still so exciting and so flattering to have people go like, "Oh my God, hey, I love your show. I never miss it. My girlfriend and I watch it. You know, can we take a picture?" Like, sure. Whereas, like I'm sure in Australia too, but in the States they have like gossip magazines and what do they call them? Like I guess they call them gossip magazines. But
what do we call them out here?
Yeah, just
oh God,
tabloids. Yeah,
Tabloids.
And there'll be pictures of people, and like there were people that I even knew, and I don't read them, but just from walking through airports so much, like that I recognize that name. I don't know why, but you know, like that person's a celebrity. What are they? I don't know. I don't know what they've done. And people still, and that's not that way with me. Like people don't see me and they're like, I think you're a celebrity. You want to like talk? You know, they're like, hey man, I like the show or I hate the show. Whatever it is, people have something to say about my body of work. So that's what's exciting to me because I didn't get into the industry, into the business to become famous by any means. I really enjoy acting and I love telling stories. And so people either love it or hate it, and that's why they come up to me. So it's been really fun.
Okay, last question from Hayley, who's just there waving at you.
Hi.
Okay, normally you do horror or thriller type movies, and is this because scripts from other genres aren't to your liking, or?
Very good question, Hayley. It's a combination of sort of what the industry is doing and what I'm available for and what I'm right for. Mm-hmm. And I'm a big fan of the genre. I'm a big fan of the supernatural, of thrillers, of horrors. There's just something of fantasy, you know, like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. There's just something about being able to escape into another world that you can't necessarily do with like a comedy. Like when you watch Dumb and Dumber, you're not just like, ha ha ha, in a different world. Like you would be if you watched a horror or a supernatural thriller or Supernatural, the television show. So it's a mixture of that I enjoy very much. And like I said earlier, like I'm really not comfortable with comedy. So I've auditioned for a few comedy things, but I'm not comfortable with it yet. And I just haven't had a chance to do a lot of dramas. And so partially like this year we shot, because of the strike, we shot until April 30th. And we have to go back first day of June, or July 2nd or something. And so I had 2 months. I had May and June to do a movie. And a lot of times the dramas, the comedies, the action movies will shoot for 4 or 5 months. So there was no way I could have done anything. Luckily for me, Friday the 13th happened to be shooting from like April 25th to June 15th. And they could schedule me out to where I didn't have to work until May 1st. And so it was perfect because I'm a fan of the shows and I'm available for it and it finishes in time. So it's kind of been a combination, but it's not like, I'm also not at the point in my career where it's like George Clooney, like, bring me a drama, I'd like to do it, you know, like I don't just like greenlight movies myself. I'm still sort of meeting people and seeing if I'm right for the role and whether they like me or not. But I'm totally open to do other genres.
Okay.